been here for 56 years. And this is the Grand Champion Market Steer Drive coming into our show ring. Our Division I champion was entry 516, shown by Nathan Hilmer of Denver City, Texas. Reserve was entry 520, shown by Rachel Vogt of Kennard, Nebraska. Our Division II champion was entry 527. Entry 527, Baylor Bonham of Newcastle, Oklahoma. And reserve, entry 578. Sydney Schnorr of Chowchilla, California. Our Division III champion, shown by Madison Clark, Covington, Ohio. Reserve, entry 563, Alexon Gallagher of Gowrie, Iowa.
Let's walk these one more time, and I'll talk just for a minute, but you know I'm going to make you line up straight if you're going to be champion. So let's just walk them one more time and come right down the middle. Now, the reserves are lined up pretty good, but you division winners got like a rattlesnake out here. We got to line up straight so we don't act like we know what we're doing. So let's make a circle and we'll come back and line up straight. While they're walking, and I've talked about these steers at length in class and then again at division, and usually when you get to this point, you know pretty well which ones you like, and they've all been handled and you've discussed them. So sometimes you get them out here, they change your first impression. But we've talked about all these steers. I'd like to say and thank the American Royal and their leadership and the board of directors and Mr. Bud Sloan for inviting me to judge this show. We've had excellent help here that have helped me. I couldn't have had a better steer superintendent, people that lined up the cattle and brought them in, and all those mechanics that make for a good, smooth show that flows good and flows professional. Let's give them a round of applause, please. The cattle here are outstanding, and I expected that. And sometimes if you judge a lot of these steer shows, you have to be careful and you say that these are the best I've ever seen. But on a number of head versus quality, this is probably a nicer group of steers that I've seen. You know, we didn't have a 500 or 600 head steer show, but I tell you, the ones that were here were really outstanding steers. And that lineup in that Division II, as I said earlier, there's 8 steers in that group. that could be as nice as you would have anywhere. It's nice to come to a great facility like this where you've got a really nice, well-lit ring. We're on these green shavings. These might be just a little bit nicer. They're not as bright as Louisville, but the action on their tighter and smaller pieces. Just really nice footing to show this cattle. Lots of good exhibitors here. A very historic show. If you judge steers, you would certainly have to say that one that any judge would say they would like to judge the show in Kansas City and the American Royal. And as I said earlier, and this would be redundant, but it's worth saying. When you think about the great judges who have judged this livestock show throughout the years, and particularly in this steer show, it's really an honor to be here and judge this show. And, I can get a lump in my throat. I didn't get a lump in my throat, then I just got something in my throat. But it is an honor here to judge this show. The kids have been excellent showmen. Everything runs smooth, just top notch. And I tell you, when that first class came in this morning with just 5 head, I thought, no, this is going to be pretty good. Because a lot of times those beginning classes, they have pretty big up and down. From the very onset of the show this afternoon, the cattle were outstanding. You youngsters, thank Mom and Dad for bringing y'all here. The people that helped you, you know who those are. And I always say this, but it costs a lot of money to show these cattle. The rooms are real expensive. If y'all say amen to that. The gasoline's sure not cheap. These steers, they just don't give those away. You make plenty of money if you own a show supply company. But all that takes money. And they do that because they're trying to help you. And we've had lots of good times in our family showing cattle. And some of the best friends I have are people that I met showing and breeding cattle. But I'll tell you this, if you'll just say thanks Mom and Dad or thanks Grandpa, we really had a good time. They'll want paid in full. They'll work all year to get you back here at the American Royal. They'll try to get you the best steer they can find in the United States, and they'll try to give you every opportunity to have success with that steer. Let's give the parents and grandparents one good round of applause, because you all applaud yourselves. Because I know what it takes to show these cattle. I'm going to quit talking. I've enjoyed it very, very much. It's been an honor again to judge this show and work with these youngsters. I'll go pick 2 steers that I like a lot. I liked them when I saw them in their respective divisions and classes. And I think they don't match up exactly. Now sometimes you can pick 2 that are almost identical. There's a little bit of difference in height in these steers, but they're both real outstanding. Thank you. Have a safe place. Have a good, safe trip home. God bless America. Thank you.
A round of applause for Jim Williams, Florida, Texas. And Jim, your name also goes among the elite judges here at the American Royal. Our grand champion market steer, entry 516. Excuse me, 527. Division 2 champion becomes the grand champion. Taylor Bonham, Newcastle, Oklahoma. Reserve to entry 578, Sydney Schnorr, Chowchilla, California, our reserve grand champion. And presenting the awards to our grand champion, Bob Peterson, our president and CEO, Brent Lau, the chairman of the board, Cynthia Savage, the chairman-elect, and Craig Upmines, the executive committee vice chairman for livestock activities.